And then all the guns. Number one, the red, run, 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 red, run. Red, run. Darling, biggie. It's boning, biggie. It's boning, biggie. Let's ride and get high. Let's kick this bitch off, man.
So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. We've waited so long, and finally another season of college football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Washington Huskies and the Stanford Cardinal. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe working the sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. Washington's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that
return. Let's go.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Quarterback making adjustments. On the move, it's Ford.
That damn auto hurdle. I was trying to hit that gap.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them
made
up,
me auto hurdle.
Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional. Put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's full.
Good job.
No, sirree. Not this time. The
What we
defense
want.
was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. A tough start to the opening.
He finally sent the blitz.
Defense comes up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Williams.
Got him.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. No,
Let's go, defense.
but they've got it at the 34.
And I love the way this defense just responded. Sometimes you're over there drinking Powerade on the sidelines. You're ready for your offense to do its thing. They turn it over. You quickly grab your helmet. Sometimes you're discombobulated. And in this offense tries to take advantage of that. Defense more than ready.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Stanford quickly to the line.
You better get out
By
there.
the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up.
You better get out there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right.
Good shit.
Finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hard.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your
Let's go.
run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Good shit. Good shit.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here's Williams to throw. Got the quick pass. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
On third down, here's Washington.
He actually did run that bit.
Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Washington wants to go quickly.
And that's a good sign for this offense.
There's a crease. Got enough for the first. Inside the 30. The 10. And he scores! Touchdown, Washington!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better way to finish an 81-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off play action on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Hall. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out.
He's looking deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
All right, we're doing what we can, man.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the option. The pitch. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. He's up to 90 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Throwing, Williams. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
3rd down from the gun. Williams throws to the back. Working the middle, it's complete. Breaks into the open.
Good job.
They are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Washington right back to the line.
Nice job there by the running back working the middle of the field in the passing game. I think oftentimes when defenders see these running backs coming out of the backfield, they're just anticipating a swing route or a flat route, something to the perimeter. That time, he put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face and found himself in the middle of the field.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll give it to Washington. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Williams. Makes
Good tackle.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
It'll be 3rd and long. Williams. Here comes the heat. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
The Huskies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run Washington.
I got picked up.
Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is
I got picked up.
Cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden you're deep.
Maybe some room here. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Stanford wants to push the pace. Might as well give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man, it's off. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes a catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Just keeps slinging it. It's caught. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
They giving him every triangle press.
At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
Every triangle press, he getting his hands on the ball.
Huge. It looked like this
He ain't dropped one yet.
Really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They look like they're about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Stanford quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. To the air on first down. They'll run the screen. Caught, and he's got room. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Makes the grab. It's Shaw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Cardinal! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And they did tack on the extra point. Now Washington uses its third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's Williams to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin with the UConn Huskies taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's Connecticut looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the...
And he Sacked at the 7.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Williams. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in, it's Lawson. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
He now has 106 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to Washington.
Good draw. That draw working.
Second and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's second and 1. Washington again. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here's a give to Washington.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a second and 2. Williams. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Williams will pass. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be second and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Williams throws to the wideout. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Might have a chance. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Ford. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Quickly to the tight end. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Right on the money. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next.
Trying to rumble in. Touchdown, Stanford! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback. And
why do you keep thinking I'm my onside kick it?
of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Washington. Runs through a tackle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll stick to the ground.
Damn.
For the marker. There's some room. An
Good job.
play in the running game as he's
That shifty serious, boy.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Here's a give to Washington. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's Williams to throw. Fires to the middle.
Good job. I didn't see him at all.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Washington. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Stanford wants to push the pace. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their 2nd. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Washington sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. The pick 6, he takes it in. Touchdown, Huskies. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
38, Stanford, 14.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They go to the ground. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books.